New always talking shit show.
Yeah.
This one been playing for a couple minutes.
So we be doing that shit mad long. When you watch our videos back,
Oh,
it'd be mad long, nigga. I keep meaning to say that. I know hella people were like, bro, why are we having the intro for so long? Like, I thought my shit wasn't working.
Nigga, you know we're live right now.
Yeah, I know.
New always talking shit show.
What's
This
good,
nigga
man?
here. It's your boy Talkin.
It's your boy King Sincere.
It's another episode of the Always Talking Shit Show. Long ass grape out your mouth. Pause.
Nigga, what are you talking about? How your grapes look,
I'm
nigga?
just not used to the shape of those yet.
What kind of grapes you be eating, nigga?
Fucking regular store bots
With no seed.
with no seeds.
You nasty.
That's weird. That is weird. I always thought about that. Like, how the fuck there ain't no? And then like seedless watermelons too. How's that? It's genetic.
I don't eat those.
No, I'm not. I don't eat them, but I'm like they
Yeah, they
exist.
nasty,
Yeah.
man. Eat your shit with seeds in it.
Hold on, I do gotta get up though.
Of course. It's a custom, my nigga. I ain't mad at you. I don't know why y'all sitting in here without the AC on. We in Vegas. That shit needs to be on all the time. But yeah, man. We got a jam-packed show today. Where we gonna start at? First off, man, how was your weekend? Weekend, all right? Hey, where my mic at? We should turn these mics up. Just a smidgen.
Your mic probably has to go up. I'm always loud.
You're not as loud as you think, bro, when you watch it back. Like last time.
Go off that shit. If I'm red, I'm fucking peeking.
All right, man. Listen, watch the playback. But,
Fuck, my bad.
let's
How
talk
was
about
my
it.
weekend?
You all right? No, hold on, nigga. You okay?
Yeah, just coughing. You didn't see me just smoke off camera?
I'm just saying, fam.
I'm fine, nigga. What you mean?
I ain't know that. I didn't peek what you just did.
Oh, okay.
So you just came
You
back
just thought I was
coughing. Like,
coughing?
nigga, why you
Oh.
doing that all of
Yeah,
a sudden?
nah, I just...
All right. My bad. You good. Yeah, how was your weekend, man? What you do?
Nah, shit.
Anything crazy?
Nope. Wrote a couple songs. That's about it. I mean, that's better than going out to me or doing anything crazy. He's getting this music done.
What's up? That's what's up. What's up? Nigga said I wrote a couple songs like it was nothing. But
Writing songs isn't nothing when I decide to like sit back and write a fucking
no,
song.
I feel you, but I mean, still something, you know.
I think it's one of those things though. It's like when you've been doing it so long, it doesn't seem like a lot to you anymore, but to others it's like, damn, you wrote a whole fucking 3-4 songs. That's amazing.
Yeah, you took some time to do that. It's still. I mean, in terms of activity, you know what I mean. Not the feat itself. You know what, fam? ESPN and FS1 got me fucked up.
Yeah, how? Yeah, go ahead. You get into it. You tell them what the story is, and I'll.
Why in the hell is simultaneously like ESPN and FS1? I get it. Pacquiao just announced his retirement because he ducked that rematch. He ain't want that. Just got his ass beat up.
He didn't want to have to see Spence either.
No, he wasn't even gonna make it to Spence. You guys was whooping his ass.
Yeah,
Dominated him a complete fight for the complete fight.
Fuck up.
But yeah, so I get it. Pac-Man, legendary boxer, retires. I don't like when they move the goalposts, man.
They always, yeah.
And what we not gonna do is act like just because a person is 8 division world champion, that's something that doesn't happen a lot. Obviously, I get it, but we don't just ignore the circumstances. And then Floyd Mayweather is undefeated, 50-0.
Undefeated, never
Beat
been
the shit out of
up.
Pacquiao, dominated him on the scorecard, just completely dominated him in the fight. And then there's nobody that Pacquiao beat that he ain't beat that's worth mentioning. And Floyd Mayweather has defeated what I think is 28 world champion. He's beat more Hall of Famers and world champions than any boxer in history. How does Max Kellerman, a guy that supposedly knows boxing, I'll give Shannon Sharp a little bail because he's a fan of mixed of martial arts and stuff like that. But he admits that he's just a fan. He's not no expert. He's just telling you what he sees and what he thinks. He obviously probably just what he was saying is it came from an angle of like, oh well, I think it's probably I don't know it might be even a little bit more impressive. Actually, I take that back. I'm lying on Shannon. Shannon was trying to talk sense into Skip. But, Skip.
It's always Skip dumbass saying some crazy shit.
Skip don't fuck with Floyd.
Don't.
Well, it's not that he don't fuck with Floyd. He's a pack man. if Skip is in your corner, he going to ride for you.
Ride with you regardless.
Like nobody else.
Clippers.
Like nobody else. He's going to ride with you.
We see how he do with the Clippers.
But he definitely jumped off the, off the porch, man. And kind of drowned Shannon out. Shannon was trying to give Floyd some clout, but it's just like, dog, how do you say a man that's been knocked out 3 or 5 times? But anyways, we've seen him sleep on canvas. We've never seen Floyd on the canvas.
We've never seen Floyd dominated either.
We've never seen Floyd lose.
Nope.
When you say that statement, for his whole entire professional career, he never lost.
Out of 50 fights, he has no blemishes.
As a professional athlete, he never lost.
Right.
So, you're supposed to lose as a professional athlete. Now, especially an individual sport like that. Can you imagine if Tiger Woods never lost? Take a track star. They never lose their entire career. They win everything.
That doesn't happen.
It don't happen in nothing.
Swimming, none of that shit.
That's why it's mad crazy. That's why the Dolphins team come out, nigga, and was able to put that weak ass rap song out and go platinum and do the little shuffle every motherfucking.
Lost the Super Bowl.
No, nigga, the one that won the Super Bowl.
They never won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is. It's only when one team to go undefeated and won the Super Bowl.
No, they haven't. Everybody gets that misconceived.
Dog, that
You're
Miami
about
team.
the Dolphins team, no, because Dan Marino was on that Dolphins team. And
No, he
Marino
wasn't.
Never. Bro,
I'm talking about it's like the 70s or something, bro.
Dan Marino was on that team. He was the quarterback.
Just look up undefeated teams in the history of the NFL. Because they had the Super Bowl Shuffle song. Nigga, they not doing the Super Bowl Shuffle, nigga, if they lost. And that's why they was hating. I remember they was hating on the Patriots tough when the Patriots almost went undefeated. And everybody thought they was going to go undefeated and win. Because there's only been one team in NFL history to ever do it. It was a Dolphins team. I just don't remember what year it was. It's like the 72 Dolphins or some shit like that. 82 Dolphins, I don't know.
Was it 72 Dolphins?
Were they undefeated?
So they must almost did it twice then, because they almost did it with what you call it. Dan Marino. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because I know
they almost did it twice then, because Dan Marino had an undefeated season too.
Oh, see, I didn't. I wasn't even thinking like that because I just know he never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and he had an undefeated season.
But the Dolphins have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, because it was always made, they used to make mention of that too. They're like, yeah, it's kind of ironic that the greatest Super Bowl player and quarterback in franchise history doesn't have a Super Bowl, but the team has a Super. Like, you know what I mean? Because I can't even think of who the quarterback was that was on that team. Because it wasn't even about their quarterback. I remember they had a dope run game, defense, and special teams. They had one of them quarterbacks that, like, I might be lying, but to my recollection, it didn't really mean he wasn't like that guy. Rex Grossman ass nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You call him a Rex Grossman.
Son Rex Grossman. But dog, how did we get there? That's funny. Oh yeah. So like,
you talking about moving the goalpost and like being.
well, yeah, cause the thing is, like, we've never heard. It was never a. It's not like it was a knock or anything like that, but it was an accolade. But nobody argues boxing and be like, oh, he went up 6 divisions. All that, because all that literally means is that you gain weight.
That's it.
And was able to still keep your skill set and win.
And you never beat a whole division. You never went through a whole division.
No, you never sat there and nigga and cleaned out like Errol Spence trying to do. They never did nothing like that, like Floyd did. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, I'm not going to
cleared him out. Because think about it, Floyd fought Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Ricky Hatton, Manny Pacquiao, Andre Berto, Diego Corrales.
Yeah, but see, the thing that gets tricky is those are across different weight divisions.
Most of Diego Corrales was the only one across the weight division.
That's not true.
Else was Marquez was a catchweight, but it was still at a higher welterweight.
Because Floyd hasn't fought too many guys, especially as Floyd Money Mayweather, that was his size. Like, most of these niggas is catchweights. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a catchweight is. It's like where it takes it out of the divisional range.
Those are all middleweights. Floyd was a small middleweight. Floyd's only two catchweight fight was Robert Guerrero, and Marquez, because he came in.
Shane was bigger than him. I think he almost got. They was trying to. I think he even almost got fined for the weight difference or something like that. Like, Floyd's a little dude naturally, and then his trick is that because his skill set, he don't mind you being bigger than him, so he'll fight you. But
to do. Hold on.
Right, yeah, just check it out. But while you're doing it, I'm gonna just get this off. Like, he'll fight you, but at the same time, Floyd probably walks around at like
big
what?
Ass dude.
Nigga,
Big ass
no,
dude.
Floyd walks around at like 150, 149. He fights at like 143. So he's always within a few miles, few pounds of his being in shape.
At welterweight in 05. Judah.
Wait. You gonna start in 05?
Yeah, that's when he started getting his big fights.
What, nigga? That's not true. 05.
He had the Castillo fight, and then it wasn't no real big. That he wasn't getting pay-per-view. I'm talking about when he got his pay-per-views and shit. When he started going through,
you talking about when casual fans start paying attention.
When he started sweeping through a division, he didn't really sweep because think about it. Let's go look to
dog. Pretty Boy Floyd, when he first got in, he swept to whatever division he was in.
No, he wasn't sweeping this division. Super featherweight division had more than Hernandez, Castillo, and fucking Corrales. They had more fighters in that. And then
that had belts.
3 fights, yes, that had belts.
Like who? Because Floyd was fighting everybody, my guy. That's the reason why I'm saying that.
He had a lot of fights in the weight class. I'm saying he had 3 fights in that weight class. He didn't spend long. He might have got the championships over divisions, but he wasn't spending long in that division. He get the championship and dip. That's what he was doing. Because when you were a champion already, you can bulk up, take a 1 fight, and then get a championship fight the next time. As long as that champion doesn't have a rematch clause or anything going on. So he wasn't spending. Well, I'm telling you where he spent his most time was welterweight. And I'm gonna tell you.
No, okay, yeah, that's a fact.
Who he swept out.
Well, that's a fact. We're not at disagreement there.
Yeah, so I'm saying if we're talking about him sweeping the division, let's look at him sweeping one.
I'm looking at it from the totality of like, nigga, before he was able to make that switch, he was dominating that. Okay, go ahead.
Lightweight. Look, Castillo won. He fought Castillo a second time. Then he fought. Then he went to light welter. He only spent 2 fights there. That's a belt. Fought Corley, Brussels. Gotti was one of his biggest fights. That's not one of his biggest, but that was when he started getting the money. Mayweather shit is when he whooped Gotti's ass on pay-per-view. So then he's gone. Now he's in welterweight, where he spent his most time. This Judah, he swept Judah out of there. He got Baldomir out of there, who was dope. De La Hoya
got everybody out of there.
Motherfucking Hatton, who was good.
All Hall of Famers.
Yeah, Marquez.
You're naming Hall of Famers.
Mosley, Hall of Famer.
All of these niggas. You haven't named a non-Hall of Famer yet.
Birdo's on that list.
Birdo might be a Hall of Famer. Why you bullshitting?
Right, Birdo. I wasn't saying Birdo that wasn't gonna be, but that was his last division. He was in welterweight, and look at who he swept.
Birdo might be the only person that I like think twice about it.
Oh, and then he went back to middleweight when he fought Cotto. And that's it. And then mandatory welterweight champions. That's why he went back down again.
Yeah, but that's my point. Originally, I was saying is that like they were still across.
Alvarez was in middleweight, third return to middleweight, so he would go back down.
Yeah, he cruised around those weight classes.
And then the unification at welterweight was with Maidana when he swept everything.
Well,
and then he whooped Pacquiao, and then the Birdo fight. Birdo fight was a catchweight, I believe. Though.
Demolished Pacquiao.
Yeah. But yeah, let's talk. He cleaned out probably the best division in boxing at the time.
Without doubt.
All Hall of Famers we named.
Fam, Jack Johnson.
Let me get one.
When an old head tells me, "Hey man, don't be talking shit about my shit."
I am.
Nigga, only to be begging for it, nigga, halfway through the show.
Let me get one. Begging is far off from what I was doing.
Hey, bro, make sure you grab all the ones you touch, too, bro. I'm a drummer folk when it comes out.
I grabbed the two I touched.
I'm just making sure. Long-ass nails. So, this is my issue.
They're trying to go off. Here's what I think they're going off of, bro.
Okay, you tell me your issue.
My bad, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I ain't say shit yet.
You try to add up, he's had like almost 70 fights. That would be somebody's argument. 8 division weight class champion. That'll be somebody's argument. Never had a scandal. That'll be somebody's argument. Has he had a, okay, never been to prison.
No, stop. We're not doing that. Okay, what about rehab? Nigga, what about him abusing his wife? Nigga, what about this nigga being an elected official in a country where where he shits on women's rights?
There's one of those things. They always criminalize a nigga and champion everybody else.
Fuck out of here.
Do they not? In everything.
Of course.
They always champion everybody else, but the nigga gonna get criminalized.
Just black Americans.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that shit kills me about that. Like, I've always thought it was funny that they always build Floyd, no matter who he's fighting, as the villain. Yep. If Floyd is fighting, they show you him leaving the strip club. They show his cars. Mm-hmm. They show his watches. Mm-hmm. Like Pacquiao don't drive around in a Rolls Royce. Like Pacquiao don't got a Rolex and Gucci and all that shit. Nigga, Pacquiao got a rock group that he was in and all that shit. He do all that, right? But that's why he rebuilt himself as a born again Christian. Because it's documented. Just because these motherfuckers don't want to write about the shit in America, nigga, if you really care to know, Google that nigga's popularity when it comes to women's rights as an elected official. See, the shit that he does as an elected official over in the Philippines, nigga, we would look at that nigga as a Mitt Romney type over here. You see what I'm saying? Like, it ain't all. That's why he probably, I'm not saying he will or he won't, because he brings a lot of money into the Philippines. But he might not become president. Like, we over here think, the Filipinos, they love him. Yeah, in the boxing ring, nigga. They love him outside of the boxing ring. But that don't mean all the motherfuckers want him to leave the country.
The American Filipino don't know what he's doing over there either.
And he's a puppet. Yeah. Well, the American Filipino would know better than we do, naturally. They have ties there, most likely. I mean, a lot of times. Not all the times, but a lot of Filipino people. Like, outside of African Americans, most people that come here from somewhere else, there's some kind of connectivity there. I mean, the ones
that are like born here and been raised here for like a couple generations, but they're Pacquiao fans because they're Filipinos.
But you still got grandparents, aunties, and uncles.
You know what I'm saying, though, but some of them aren't in touch with what Pacquiao's doing in the Philippines type shit.
That's possible. I'm just saying, fam, most of my Filipino friends that I've known, most Filipino people I met have some kind of connectivity to the Philippines. Whether they got family that still lives there, so they would have an idea is all I'm saying. To me, I know a puppet when I see one. I don't think, like, nothing about Pacquiao strikes me as like an intellect.
Not at all.
He don't strike me as
not at all.
He don't strike me as a leader of men.
You're
and And he does not have high character. I don't give a fuck what the ESPN. You can talk Jesus all you want to. You can act meek and humble all you want to. You're a fucking liar and you're a cheat. Mm-hmm. That's one thing nobody's ever been able to say about Floyd, is that he's a liar and he's a cheat. Nobody's ever been able to say Floyd said he was going to do this and didn't do it. And I'm not even, it ain't even about Floyd only outside of the ring. What I'm talking about is, how does a man fight 50 fights? See, the thing is about a lot of these non-American boxers,
this air conditioner still.
You got to look at like the amateurism rules across the globe. You see what I'm saying? See, a lot of our boxers are held back. They can't turn pro at 14 and 15 years old. It's just like European basketball, where if a guy like Luka Doncic has been playing pro basketball since 13, 14 years old, what benefit does he have versus an 18-year-old kid just now going to the NBA 1 year removed from college, right? Where college basketball, high school basketball are two totally different sports. And then you have the NBA.
Right.
Like in high school, when I was coming up, my coaches that let us run pick and roll were considered hot dog coaches. Like, that's NBA basketball, but it was just like, why are you playing NBA basketball in high school? Like, why are you letting these kids run pick and roll? I remember that being like a debate amongst coaches, right? They need to learn how to play the right way first. Because it's America, racism is in everything we do. Like, how do we slow these athletes up? How do we deter them? How do we make sure that they make money for the NCAA before they can make money for themselves? Whereas, like, there's no NCAA overseas. Right. Can you imagine if Steph Curry got to start working on his NBA range at 13? Mm-hmm. What if LeBron got to play basketball in the pros because we all knew he was too good for high school and college? You see what I'm saying? Like, imagine that. Like, what if LeBron at 14 got to go play for the fucking Cleveland Cavaliers like they wanted him to? Like, what would he have been? You know what I'm saying? What would he have been?
Yeah, America is the only place that requires you to go the
it's capitalism
route, right?
And racism, yes. But only in black sport. Only in sports that black people take interest in. Because you can be a fucking kid and let you be a golfer, let you be a scratch golfer.
Oh, you can do
at
whatever.
8,
yeah, you can
and watch you be on the PGA Tour.
Yeah,
with endorsements. Oh, Michelle Wheat. Oh, even fuck Tiger Woods, little kid, amateur. You can make money. Be a kid and have a fucking arm throwing 90, 100 miles an hour and watch how they fast track you to the pros. Yep. Bryce Harper went to fucking CCW. They don't even have a baseball team no more. That's how elite that program was. We see what Bryce Harper is doing in the league. 2 years community college. Yep. Nobody ever said, oh, he needs to like take fucking economics and world studies or political science, or else he's not going to be able to spend his paycheck and make it last for his family. That's the shit they tell their freed slaves. Because some white entities still feel like they can talk down to black Americans, like they know what's best for us. So I'm listening to this shit, and I'm just like, bro, if this ain't like a coordinated hit, I don't know what is. 50-0. Let's take Pacquiao out of it for a second. Let's take Blackjack Johnson. Had the famous fight in Reno, right? That place, nigga, to show you how racist Reno is, nigga. Where Blackjack Johnson won his heavyweight championship title is now called Ray's Tire Exchange. If you go to Ray's Tire Exchange on, what is that, Wells? Kitsky? What, I can't think it was 2nd Street?
4th Street.
4th Street. It's on 4th Street. Dog, I got all my, nigga, between my streets is fucked up. But anyways, so on 4th Street, Ray's Tire Exchange, if you go there and like they don't have the tire you need right in the front, I used to go a lot. So one day he was just like, oh, man, jump on the truck. So I got on a little golf cart with him, and we drove, and I was like, damn, I didn't realize this shit was so big. And he was like, yeah. So we're literally damn near in the ring. It's just full of tires and shit. And I'm like, and he was like, and I see the sign commemorating Blackjack Johnson, and I'm like, wait, is that like Jack Johnson? And he looked at me and started laughing. He's like, oh, you don't know? This is where the fight was. He's like, yeah, we bought it family bought it a long time ago. I was like, y'all got this motherfucking stuff with tires? He said, nobody here cares about that. Because that was when Blackjack Johnson defeated the Great White Hope. and he did it in Reno, Nevada, and Northern Nevada. They ain't commemorating that. You think that should be low key like a museum? Like you can pay an admission to go in there and like dance around the ring or something. Like that shit is just there. It just blew my mind because you had to stop and look at it for a minute, but it's just full of tires. I'm like, dog, you know what kind of history this is?
That's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. But let's not forget, Black Jack Johnson was also public enemy number one because they told him that his big, black, ugly self wasn't good enough for white women and couldn't date white women. And he was the type of man that said, okay, so I'm going to date 3 at a time.
Yep. And
it's a famous story where he had swindled one of the most wealthiest women in the country from her husband and all that shit, and then she lived with him for years, like damn near until he died. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, shout out to Black Jack Johnson. I don't know how he got here, just off
how racist.
How it's boxing, bro.
Boxing
is the most racist sport, but it intrigues all of us. Whether you're a racist person or not, there's a lot of people that aren't racist, a lot of white people that would see these racial matches being built, and they would go for the black guy because they're not racist, and they would just wanted to stick it to like the establishment. You know what it is growing up as a black American. You're almost trained to go for the black guy because you're so used to the black guy getting shitted on or a short, deck or perceivably. So you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna go for this dude. Black Jack Johnson was a different type of breed. Now they always try to put these hero-esque tags on boxers, right? America, shout out to my grandfather, man, Charles Francis Kemp, and my mother.
Kemp.
Because they also let me know, like, everybody didn't like Muhammad Ali. And if you're a young kid in our generation growing up, you would think that everybody loved him and championed him. And it was like, man, not even black people, like a lot in the media hated him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't until years later, you're talking like damn near the 90s, 80s, when they started the world started coming around and realizing what a gem Muhammad Ali was. So there's always this false sense of prophecy that they put on boxers, especially foreign-born boxers, right? They try to make them out to this heroic status, like they do it with Canelo, right? They'll do it like, oh, he's fighting for his country. If you see that Floyd's, all the 24/7s, all the Showtime joints, they show Floyd's diamonds. They show Floyd ordering something expensive.
Yeah,
they show Floyd laughing and joking with a bunch of black guys and his friends. They show Floyd with beautiful women. They show him on a jet.
Yeah.
All the things that his opponent is doing, mind you. But then when they show the footage of any opponent he's fighting, they try to make him seem meek, humble. They show him with his family. They show him working hard. They show him just, in the most humblest of lights. If they're driving in a Rolls Royce, they don't show it.
Yeah.
They just show that he's in a car. You know what I'm saying? They'll bring up they'll show him driving out to his ranch to train, but they won't show you that the truck he pulled up in is about 110,000, right? They don't do none of those things, and it's to build. And sometimes I think that man Floyd might even be in on it.
He is
at this point.
He controlled the Showtime 24/7.
But I'm saying, at this point, because what he did, what I think was great, is that okay, this is what y'all. What Floyd, to me, what the greatest thing is he did was, okay, I'm knocking motherfuckers out with damn near a 90-something, 80-something% knockout rate. Mm-hmm. I'm doing it with shattered and brittled hands off a heart. You tell everybody, but the knock on me, I'm not tough. I'm not this. I'm not that. You want me to stick around with this dude, Bob Arum, a la Terrence Crawford, and get screwed, while the people that I train with, the people that I'm better than, make millions and millions and gazillions of dollars. No, I'm going to just go pay this dude my money, get out my contract, and then do my own thing and build my own brand. That's the real reason why Floyd, there's certain publications and there's certain things that, Floyd's never gotten the athlete of the year, fam.
Nope.
And I love LeBron.
Crazy.
But LeBron has gotten 6. And there's no way in hell on any given year. If Floyd fought twice that year, he's the athlete of the year.
Yeah.
Because he didn't lose.
Right.
Nigga, LeBron didn't win the championship. He only got 6 rings. So he didn't win the championship every year that he got sports player of the year. He's always made the most money, breaking records. And when Tiger Woods was on his shit, they gave it to him a lot. And they always said, oh, it's an individual sport. When he was beating Kobe and people like that, oh, man, it's an individual sport. He has no teammates. This nigga's an individual combat sport.
Yep.
Where you slip up, your ass going to sleep.
Anything can happen, nigga. Puncher's chances every day of the week.
Every
nigga.
day is a puncher's chance. And you fight niggas bigger than you.
Yep.
So it's just like, whether you like Floyd or not, bro, it's just like in time, you're going to have to get this man his due. Because if it's true what they're saying, that he's training to fight Oscar De La Hoya, because Oscar De La Hoya called him out for 100 M's.
Who, Floyd?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I hope so. I'd love to see it.
Me too, because I really do. Because the thing is, I know.
I miss watching Floyd.
Pause. I do too. But pause this. Floyd, I think Floyd still has a lot more in his body to give us.
He does.
I think Floyd could, if he.
Tyson is still doing, he's doing a 50-something.
Bro, I think
Floyd has
right.
left
No,
for
that's
a
facts.
long
That's a good
time,
point.
bro.
That's a good point. That's a great point, actually. That is.
You're talking about
that's
Tyson
an immaculate
wasn't
point.
training
Floyd's
every
the LeBron
day.
James of boxing.
Right. Tyson
Right.
wasn't training every day up to that 54. Nigga.
And Tyson was doing drugs.
Floyd don't do drugs. He don't drink like he probably sips if he ever does.
Don't drink.
He don't drink, and he trains every day. In retirement, he's still training every day. He's still at TMT gym, fucking doing what he does every day because it's routine, nigga. It's just something he probably can't sit at home and not do shit. You know what I'm saying? He probably still get up 5 a.m. and run because his body's built to do that.
You know his mind too,
right?
You know his infamous running pattern. Bro, this nigga will come to the club out here in Vegas, buy out the bar for everybody,
leave the club and run,
chill for a minute, kick it. While they're leaving the club, like
going to 5 mile.
Bro, I feel like running, man. And they just get behind that nigga, take his jewelry off, and then give it to security and just. Floyd don't live nowhere in the city, fam.
None.
What do you mean he ran home? Because you know where this nigga live at. Like, I know where one of his houses is. So I'm like, nigga, I be calculating that shit from the strip or from like the strip. I be like, nigga, that is nuts.
It'd be what, like 10 miles?
20.
Jesus.
But the thing is, it's the heat.
Yeah.
He's doing this during the summertime months and shit. And I'm like, bro, it's 108 right now outside. Tank, he got Tank doing the same shit because he got Tank to leave, you know what I'm saying, Baltimore.
Yeah.
And Tank buckled down, and you see his last 3-4 fights. Dog, I've seen Tank. He's in a fucking full-body sweatsuit with a hoodie running. His trainer's in a Bentley driving behind him like he said he wanted to run today. And his like trainer's talking like, that boy crazy. Like, he can't even believe he out there running. He like, I don't know why he crazy. Dog, he's like, he obviously wasn't dressed for this. Nigga Tank out there holding. This is what lets you know a dude is in immaculate shape. But they running on the highway.
He doing it on his phone.
He's like just chilling on his phone. Yeah, he's like on his phone talking and just probably going live, like on his phone, live streaming. While like the other trainer, the other pro boxers behind him, bro, they out there like, and that's when you just see the difference. Like, bro, that some niggas is different, man. Like, he different.
Because we might be the niggas dying too.
What do you mean, might?
We gonna be dead.
What do you mean, might? I used to run marathons, bro. But if you put me outside right now, I would do better than a lot of people think. Right off trip, like, you know, I would do better than probably the average person. But I know I ain't doing what he was doing, and I damn sure not doing that mid-daylight. It was daytime, bro. Like, sun beaming. Like, them other dudes was trunking too, but it was in their face. Like, they looked like they was outside like, in the heat. Bro, this cat looked like he was barely sweating. Just, he looking back, laughing like, oh, man, you lazy. Telling his trainer, man, get out here and run with us. He on his live stream, like, yeah, we working out here. I'm just like, dog, that's crazy. That's the closest thing. I ain't seen nobody do that since Floyd. I ain't seen nobody do that since Floyd. And what Floyd figured out, I just figured this out. Watching this kid get ready for this fight. What Floyd figured out about Devontae Davis, he found a Manny Pacquiao that was African American and that he can train to be a true full boxer. Manny Pacquiao, as great as his career was, in his Hall of Fame, all that, he wasn't a highly skilled boxer.
No.
So if his losses come to niggas that can, you know what I'm saying, box, right? he struggles with it. That's why I called the Ugos fight. Like, oh, he about to lose the Ugos.
Bradley fight too.
He about to lose that. I called the man. Shout out to me and my nigga Drew.
Well.
We called the Bradley joint. Like, it's a couple. That's that one white boy that beat him. Fred something like that. A young white boy.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
He was tall and he was outside. He was boxing from the outside on Pacquiao, like bap, using the jab, moving him, bap, grabbing him, pushing him, bap. I'm like, that's the formula to beat him.
The only boxing that Manny Pacquiao was good at is angles. Defense was terrible, but he could angle a punch well.
Well, because it was unorthodox,
Mm-hmm.
and he's left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Southpaw, right?
Yep.
So, what is Tank?
Southpaw.
How tall is he?
5'6". He's my height.
He's the exact.
5'5", actually.
He's the exact size as Pacquiao. Same reach. The only difference is, and Tank hasn't reached those heights yet. Maybe he won't. But as of right now, he's a far more skilled boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Even than Pacquiao on his way out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let alone Pacquiao at this stage of his career. There's cats that knocked Pacquiao out as a pro that went on to do auto mechanic.
Who?
Go look at the first person that knocked him out. He be talking shit all the time. Nigga from the Philippines. Like, nigga.
Just to knock that nigga the fuck out.
Like, he used to always say he's a made champion. Like, they made him. Because everybody get on,
champion.
they get on Floyd like, oh, he carefully picked his opponents.
No, he didn't.
You can't say that if he beat everybody.
Right.
I don't give a fuck when he beat him. Because especially when they do the Pacquiao, oh, Floyd waited longer to the right time. Floyd's a couple years older than Pacquiao.
Mm-hmm.
So it behooves him. Who's he waiting for Pacquiao to get older? That's stupid. And then when we see the fight, and then I just seen a little clip when they was talking about it. Son said Blue Blood boxing, man. Shout out to Blue. Blue said it. He was just like, man, when it comes to Floyd and Pacquiao, he said, if we're going to blame somebody for holding up the fight, he said, okay, take all your feelings out of it, right? Pacquiao said he would not do Olympic-style testing. He could not do that. He's grossly afraid of needles. Never mind the tattoos and all that shit, whatever. Okay? All those things. We know that. He turned down the biggest payday in his life when Floyd called him, right? Floyd called him one time, he act like he ain't know English. Floyd called him back like with a translator, waited for him like, yo, now I got $40 million for you. Then it was just like, oh, okay, bet, we're going to do the fight, $40 million. Then he pulled out of it because you want me to actually take an Olympic-style drug test. And right now in the Philippines, we don't have no doping agency. And that's why I was knocking niggas out, stepping backwards with either hand. And since Floyd made me do the fucking Olympic-style drug testing, I ain't knocked nobody out. And in fact, I've been knocked out. Nobody questions that, though, about Pacquiao. Like, how you lose all your punching power? How come you ain't knocking nobody out no more?
Right.
And you're fighting inferior talent. You done fought some dudes that the boxing world would be upset with Floyd if he let them be in the ring with him. Niggas was mad that he fought Berto.
Right. Yeah.
And Berto was 33-0 or some shit like that, 35-0.
That nigga could never have fought Thurman.
Hell no.
Pacquiao Mayweather couldn't have fought Thurman and got away with that.
Dog, come on, man. Or Tim Bradley.
Or, yeah, Bradley either.
There's a couple of them. Or Jeff Horn.
And Bradley beat that nigga.
And Jeff Horn beat this nigga Pacquiao. Like, dog, Floyd wouldn't have been able to fight these young, novice, like, travel around fighters. So, I don't know. That just rubbed me the wrong way, man. Excuse me. I didn't even mean to stay this long on that subject, man.
It's bullshit, most
But
definitely.
it really did.
They
like,
always raise the goalposts for us.
It's like, bro, like, why y'all, since when have we, like, marveled over somebody being a multi-division person? Like, a lot of times, like Errol Spence just tweeted, bro, I got 2 left. Because his natural body, like, it's going to get to a point where I'm losing by trying to stay down here. Mm-hmm. Hey, I got to go, dog. It's time for me to go. That's why he told Charlo that. He said, Charlo said, yeah, when you go up, I'm going up. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's like, I'm Pacquiao, I'm going to be on your ass again. Because once again, I'm in your weight class now, nigga. You ain't got no reason not to fight me.
Other than I'll beat your ass.
Unless you want to give me your belt again. Because last time you gave me your belt rather than fight me. And people still like bring this, whatever. I ain't gonna get down that rabbit hole right there. But yeah, I just thought that was wild. Shout out to Manny Pacquiao, hell of a career. I am not a Pacquiao hater. I'll watch his fights.
Right.
But
they just
I don't care if
talking about him.
The thing with Jordan, what do they always say? 6-0. 6-0. And you're like, oh man, but what about so and so? He got 8 rings. Yeah, but he wasn't 8-0. Okay, so Floyd, 50-0, has defeated in 50 fights more world champions and more Hall of Famers than any boxer in any boxing career. And I go back to the Black Jack Johnson shit because it's like, bro, they always called him the GOAT because he had like 200 and something fights. They say Rocky Marciano's the GOAT. He had 49. He was 49-0.
Yeah.
But nigga, how many world champions? How many elite level fighters did he beat?
No,
Joe Louis
was out of his way out.
How many elite fighters did you beat? Mike Tyson, how many elite level fighters did you beat? You beat a lot of bums too, nigga. And when you got in the ring with a couple niggas your caliber, you didn't always win. And you lost to a novice. Right?
I ain't gonna let you sit here and shit on Tyson.
I'm telling you facts. Tyson,
care.
Nigga from Brooklyn. I love Mike Tyson.
Stop shitting on Tyson.
I'm not shitting on anybody. We stating facts over here. Because these are the conversations we gotta have when you start talking about GOAT boxing. Name anybody else.
Who Tyson beat for the championship to become the youngest champion? He's a tin can. He definitely was.
Well, dog, I can name a whole bunch of, especially when he got out of prison.
Nigga who he fought, McNally, tin can.
Come on, bro. What's about the nigga from Rocky?
You
know what I'm saying? Bro, all them 52-second fights and shit like that, them niggas had no business being in the ring with Mike Tyson.
Not at all.
And that's not Mike Tyson's fault. You only can fight who they can get in front of you.
That's Don King's fault.
But at the same time, it's also timing. Mike Tyson didn't dominate in a time where heavyweight boxing was like in its best stages.
Right.
That was like the Ali era. Where it was like a whole bunch of niggas that was Hall of Famers, nigga, nice. You know what I'm saying? And it happens in spurts like that. The heavyweight, it's hard to find a motherfucker, them big boys to go in there and could fight and do all that shit. Believe it or not. To be the heavyweight champion of the world. It's a lot of just big bruisers, you know what I'm saying? And like, oh, I'm big. If I can get a hit on you, I'm going to knock you out.
Right.
But then if you get a big nigga that can fight, that actually can box, Mike Tyson knew how to box.
Yeah.
So a lot of that shit was mismatched. You knew damn. I remember fights where I'm like, what's taking him so long? How he ain't knock him out yet? I started looking at the nigga that get knocked out like, man, he nice, nigga. Like, he was in there for like 2-3 rounds. I'm just saying, dog. Like, Floyd didn't have none of those.
Not at all.
Until after he retired.
Yeah.
We ain't think like that about a Floyd fight until after he retired, unless you just knew. Like, which I knew. Because after a while, I was like, nigga, y'all can't beat this nigga. But even that, I still didn't think that he was going to retire undefeated just off chance. Nigga, like, I seen Roy Jones get his first L. He ain't do nothing different than he did all his other fights. Tarver put his head down.
Bip.
And you remember that shit? It was like an overhand left or right. Hit Roy right on his chin. Got him.
Sleepy.
Fucked my night up. I was on crutches, bro. I'll never forget. Fucked my night up.
Stood up, huh?
Damn sure did.
Fucked your shit up.
All in pain. Like, yo, what is going on? No, not Roy. Dog, you know what Roy was to us, nigga. What you mean he lost? Hey, run that back. That's some bullshit. He can't lose like that.
And then he get knocked out a third time or the
nigga rematch. And then it comes out. In his amateur career, he only lost to one dude.
Tarver.
In his amateur career, only one dude gave him problems.
Tarver.
Nigga. And that's the nigga that you, and it's just funny, bro, because like.
Well, it's because Tarver's a lefty.
But
he's a great
and he's
lefty.
tall.
Yeah,
and he's a tall lefty that's skilled. And, nigga, I grew up watching you do this to niggas.
Yep.
I know what you do.
You could never do
Fam,
it to me, nigga.
I don't care how nice you are at hoop or in football, anything. If there's a nigga that grew up with you while you were developing your skills and they make it to the league too, you know why Klay Thompson?
Problems.
You know why Klay Thompson gives Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard trouble? Because in high school, guess who he was playing against? James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kawhi Leonard, nigga. And he said it like, man, I've been guarding these boys since high school. So while the rest of the world is like, nigga, that's Russ, like, nigga. or that's James Harden, nigga. He gonna be.
That's Russ. I've been guarding this nigga since.
That nigga, dog. Clay is looking at that like, bro. That step back is working on these niggas.
Right.
That nigga been doing the same shit since high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's used to that, like that herky jerky style. Like, nigga, I know you're gonna run into me, and then just flail. So, nigga, he'll bump that nigga back and get off of him. He be clamping them niggas up. He play all them niggas great. Because it's just that mentality of like, nigga, I grew up playing with you. I grew up playing against you. I've watched your game develop. You watched my game develop. We know what each other about to do. Only I play a more unguardable type of basketball. Right. I'm running off screens, down screens, and picks and flares and shit. My game ain't 1-on-1. You can't guard me.
Nope. 11 dribbles, 60 points.
And the thing is, I guarantee if you ask them boys in high school, they was telling niggas, oh, Klay Thompson, man, it's only because his dad played for the Lakers, man. Oh, he overrated, man. He was going to white school, nigga. Oh, he was.
So they played him.
Even afterwards. Because I played against cats that I didn't want to give credit to, and I had to really just sit back and be like, no, that nigga was nice. No, actually, he was nice.
So that nigga busting my ass.
Like, he was busting our ass, nigga. He's nice. Because then you would see a nigga be in a league doing that, like, oh, that shit worked there too? Oh, yeah, nah, he was nice. He was doing that shit to us, nigga. Like,
so that shit works.
I thought that was an anomaly, nigga. Like, he in the league doing that to niggas. Like, that nigga's nice. So, it's funny, man. Stop moving the goalpost, America. Goalpost, America.
Skip.
Skip my mans, but Skip was wild.
He moves the goalpost a lot.
When it come to Skip is a habitual goalpost
mover.
Like, that nigga do it smooth too. Like,
he'll move the goal because he done moved the goalpost for Kawhi so many times.
Dog. I don't even want dog.
He done moved that goalpost.
Only time he make me feel good is when he doing that shit for my Cowboys.
Right.
Cause when shit bad and I be sad, let me listen to Skip. Nigga, he gonna make me feel better about this Cowboys loss. He gonna make me feel better. I'm like, you know what? It was the win in the stadium. I ain't think about that, Skip. You right, my nigga. It was the win. We are wearing the blue jerseys. We don't play good in those jerseys. Skip the only like sportscaster that really be giving those type of excuses though. Like, nigga, it's because he had we had the black jerseys on. Like he be really giving it up though. That shit funny, man. Skip. Who you got in the Wilder versus Fury fight?
Fury.
Deontay Wilder is about to batting ram this nigga's head off.
No, he's not.
Dog.
Deontay Wilder is overrated to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
You talking about the bronze bomber nigga that done been knocking out nigga every motherfucker that's in front of him with minimum skill set. That nigga. Do you know his story? Do you know how he got into boxing?
Yeah, he was like having a kid or something and wanted.
No. He had a child. His daughter needed needed a nigga operation type thing. Yep. Sick. He found out like, yo, it's this little boxing tournament for amateurs. Nigga, you go in there. Will we sign up? He was like, man, I'm a hood nigga. And I ain't never lost, nigga. I be knocking niggas out. I think I got unique knockout power. He just had that dumb arrogance about him. Like, I don't know shit. Goes in there, not only wins the tournament, but makes the fucking U.S. national team and becomes the bronze medal winner. Mm-hmm. Hence the name Bronze Bomber in the Olympics. Dog, this nigga didn't even have a left hand or know how to set up a combo. I'm just looking at the two fights I seen, right? Mm-hmm. Well, first off, the first fight, that nigga won. Go back and watch the fight, nigga. He was down, nigga. That was a long ass fucking count, buddy.
Won.
Okay,
he won the first
and
fight.
He knocked him down hell of time. He should have won that. That was not a draw.
Not at all.
Second fight,
he lost that fight.
But the thing is, that's what I left saying. I was like, yo, you got his ass whooped in that fight. I don't know where that nigga's head was. But when the fucking federal court, when the Supreme Court says that this nigga cheated, and that's why they're ordering nigga and mandatory in the third fight, like, that's the thing about the media that we did. Old media just decide what they want to tell us, but, like, Google that. Look that up, nigga. Like, he got found guilty for cheating in the second match. Now, my eyes don't deceive me. I'm not a boxing expert. My dad used to box. I've been around boxing gloves. I've been to boxing gyms, fam. I've never seen boxing gloves where you can see the imprints of a nigga's knuckles. Ever. From cheap ones that you buy at Walmart to the real joints. You not seeing that. Then when you get the footage of his trainer that he's training, like, yo, look at this motherfucker, and blast him out. Then you get the farmer that allegedly sold him, because I guess if you're white and Mexican, if you get caught with steroids, you can blame it on the steak, and they believe you for some reason.
Yeah,
like fucking Canelo was just eating a street steak in Mexico. This nigga live in a fucking palace
Super
in San
big
Diego
ass,
with maids and servants, nigga.
Millionaire.
He's not eating he eating Kobe beef and shit, nigga.
Right.
Like he not eating no steak from the little motherfucking Mexican dude on the corner
Yeah,
selling
he
fucking.
He might be still
Fuck outta
going to
here.
the little carnitas
Fuck out of
or
here.
whatever.
No, he's not. No, he's not. That nigga's Mexican. He don't have to.
That's right.
His grandma could do that right in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Now he might not have a chef cook it. He might have family, his sister, his auntie,
right.
nigga,
Yeah,
somebody
you're
cook
right.
it. Why the fuck I gotta go to the chicken joint, nigga? If I'm rich, like nigga, nah, nigga, the chicken joint is in the kitchen, nigga. Go get somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's all I'm saying, dog. Like I just
Right.
was thinking about that one day. Like that nigga's lying. Well, Fury blames it on this motherfucking shit. So you know, the investigative reporters, they find out, nigga, where the meat came from, the farm. They had the farmer in his face, and he's like, yeah, man, that motherfucker tried to pay me, nigga, to say that my fucking meat, my shit gave him. I'm like, nigga, no, because it ain't worth what you trying to pay me to do.
Nah, because you about to fuck my
You
farm.
know, fuck
up
my
for
whole
life.
business up, nigga. And there's integrity in what I farm. Like, no, nigga, and your ass just lying. You a cheat. Tyson Fury has already been caught and banned
Yep.
from boxing for steroids.
Sure was.
I'm just saying, fam.
I still
Like
think,
the way we
I
give
think,
certain people credit. Now, Tyson Fury is a better natural boxer.
Mhm.
He has more skill set when it comes. He can do the little herky jerky boxing. Dog, I don't think that third time's the charm. He beat you the first time. The second time, you were so intimidated by that shit, you cheated. That's what the courts say, fam. That's what the video says. Nigga, that's what it all says. Like, nigga, you seen the little slappy glove, nigga. Nigga's hand was all in the shit. Like, nigga, and I thought that was ridiculous when I first started hearing boxing aficionados say that. I thought that was ridiculous. Like, nah, he just took an L, bro. Don't do that. Black Americans ain't never been that. We lose in sport. We not gonna start making excuses and doing all that other shit that other people do to us. I wasn't with it. Oh, about 4 months into it, when all the camera angles and the slow-mo and all this shit, and then you got the people from the training camps coming out, like, yeah, and then you got the glove manufacturer, like, well, he did order some that didn't have, without the padding, you can do that. Mm-hmm. Wait, he did what? Okay, really? So the courts, he didn't ever last this time around. He already complaining about it. Like, because you had some off-brand that you had to deal with, nigga, that they was making you custom cheek gloves and shit. So, like, if you take all that out, it's a 50-50 fight to me, because it's a puncher's chance with a proven puncher versus a skilled boxer. That's like the best boxing match you can see.
Right.
So I don't know. Like I asked you that because I really don't know. Like, I think after all the bullshit and that I've seen all the hate he got, I would like to see Deontay. I became more of a Deontay Wilder fan in these two fights than ever before. I probably only watched two of the niggas' fights. I would watch the highlights and be like, damn, that nigga knocked somebody out again. But his style wasn't enough. It's hard to watch his fight. Because that nigga literally was just.
That's it.
And if he hits you, you're going to sleep. So that was the amusement of it. Like, damn, bro, if he hits you with that motherfucker, you're going to sleep. But I'll send you the link of what my boy, shout out to my boy, said. He came out here when we was young. He was signed. He used to box and shit like that professionally. Got some injuries. Now he trains fighters. I seen some shit on his page where they was breaking down Deontay, like the new and improved Deontay Wilder. And, bro, I'm not even going to lie. Like, he did something that I thought he shouldn't have did, which is he took it personal that Floyd used to bet against him. Your boy's like, oh, this nigga's a way better boxer than him, nigga. He should be able to curve that nigga and get in and win this fight.
Floyd's always gonna go with the better boxer. Floyd's a boxer.
Right. I think Deontay took that personal. So when Floyd asked him after the little shit, when he's like, man, they did you dirty, they cheated in your boxing, it's cutthroat like that. Man, I'm extending this, and I want him to come work with me, man. Honestly, I want him to come to my gym. I think that we can really help him. And I think, you know how sometimes we can be as a culture. Like, nigga, you ain't sonning me, nigga. I'm rich, nigga. I'm you. Nigga, I only got one loss, nigga, and it's a draw, and then I got one that's controversial. You know, all this bullshit. So, like, he didn't take Floyd up on the offer.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a big mistake.
That's a big mistake.
Unless you go and get someone. Now, you're never going to get a person that's as skilled as Floyd. But you can get someone cut from that tree.
Who?
I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy used to be, I remember they fought before. They fought maybe once or twice. And Deontay Wilder knocked this nigga out, but it was one of them things that Deontay Wilder was an underdog. And when he knocked this nigga out, because of how good the nigga was a boxer and shit, like, and that's kind of what propelled Deontay Wilder's career. He went back and got that dude and was like, bro, I need you to train me. I need you to teach me how to fight. And if you see these motherfucking dog, because I always know what a man is determined, especially a gifted athlete that's in the peak of their physical prime. Because if you're in your physical prime, your mental foci ain't too far away if you tap into it. And if you get somebody like that, a chip on their shoulder, right?
Yeah.
It's going down, in my opinion. And from what I've seen, dog, just from his sparring and all that shit, bro, I seen this nigga hit a nigga through the body bag and make that nigga throw up.
Damn.
Fam, I'm going to send it to you.
I hate to get hit that hard.
Made him throw up. Like, and it was one of them prolonged ones. Like, he was like, give it to me. You know how they be ready for it? Man, he went on that combo, that bam, 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 to the midsection. The dude was just like, all right, hit the bell. Nigga, he threw that shit off of him. Nigga, get this shit off me, nigga. And then walked around in that circle. And I think it was Deontay Wilder was like, man, my bad. He was like apologizing to him and gave that nigga like put some water in his mouth so he can have some like to hurry him up because he was just walking around gagging and shit. Like that nigga threw all that shit about the ring. And they were showing all his like left hand combos, dog. This nigga was in there and sparring, landing left hands and jabbing and doing all the shit that he don't do. So I'm like, bro, if he takes a percentage of what he was looking like in that, because even Tyson Fury's dad, when he seen that shit, was just like, yeah, I don't want him to fight him. I've already said that. This is not a good fight for my son. I don't want my son to fight him. Because he was saying, like, nigga, the cat's out the bag. Like, in boxing, you can't box in 3 times. Like, by the third fight, it's just, nigga, it ain't no strategy that's going to win it. Like, nigga, we didn't felt each other in here. Pause. Like, this is like the little Pacquiao when they fought 4 times. I knew Marquez was going to, I thought he was going to just beat his ass, but I called it at the late. I was like, man, Marquez might knock this nigga out. Because he was timing him different. Like, I know that little silly angle shit you gonna do now, nigga, where you go that way, nigga, and jump back in with a power punch. Like, so when he did that, that nigga sidestepped that shit perfectly, nigga. Yeah.
That nigga went.
Though that might be one of the dopest knockouts ever. Mm-hmm. And people don't give it that because it was against Pacquiao, and he's a beloved figure.
That's my favorite. That was one of my favorite knockouts.
Pacquiao looked like he might have died that night, nigga. Though the way he fell, just face planted, like he couldn't break the fall or nothing, just. And it was one of them still ones. Like he ain't fall and do all the roll and shit.
That nigga said.
Yeah, on his face. Like, dog, he really socked him and like made him, like skipped him like a rock. Nigga, like a. Dog, that was, hey. And that's why
it's a cold punch.
It's the sneakiness for me, dog. That nigga Floyd was like, all right, people don't realize this. This was after the negotiations went bad. With Floyd and Pacquiao. Floyd had been out for 2 years. The excuse was they didn't want to fight Floyd after a 2-year layoff, which is crazy to me. You would think that would be when you want to fight him. So he's like, okay. Remember something knocked your ass out? Yeah, I'm going to fight him after a 2-year layoff. And dominate his ass. I remember Marquez was drinking pee and all that shit before the fight.
Yeah.
Calling that nigga pissy mouth. Beat his ass up, man. Shit, that's crazy, dog. But I don't know, man. If I had to put money on it, I'm gonna go with yeah, I'm gonna go with Wilder. But I would not be shocked or surprised at all, man, if Fury won. Cause Tyson Fury, I'm not a fan of his. But he's a good boxer, dog.
He's
like,
a good unorthodox boxer. I'm not a good fan of him.
He's an anomaly in the way like he moves. Mm-hmm. Like, you know who he reminds me of? Like, if he played basketball, he'd be like Sabonis.
Yeah.
Like he be one of them dudes that don't look it, but to go out there and ball on
athletic
your
as
ass.
fuck.
Like like he got a little sliver to him. Like he be a Jason Witten ass tight end in the NFL or something. Like just always catching the ball and getting open. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. He definitely. Yeah, I mean it's weird to me that he got into boxing at 6'9". Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wish he was more of a likable character. Like you know what I'm saying? He tried to be, but he get on my nerves, man. I fuck with what's the other kid name from Ireland? I fuck with Conor McGregor more than him. Way more than him. Even when Conor McGregor on the little racial shit that he was doing.
I need some fucking coffee, nigga.
Nigga, I trust that.
I'm trying to wake up. I don't know why I'm over here like black.
Cause your ass be nigga. I know you probably be getting phobia, nigga, or something, nigga, sitting here.
What do you mean?
For just being here, nigga, in this space right here, nigga, like for hours. I can imagine. You watch any of that preseason so far?
I don't even know it's on yet.
Oh yeah, man, it's crazy. Basketball's already back, my guy. I'm loving that. Lakers versus Nets.
They did a short layoff this time to get the season back on track, right?
Well, no, this time that was last time. They did a short layoff.
Track, yeah.
So now the season,
It is.
Yeah, it's back on track.
November.
Yeah, it's back on track. Yeah, it's just weird. It just seems weird because they got some time. I was watching some footage of training camp with the Lakers, man. Them niggas look scary, bro. They look athletic. They're smart. They got some killers out there, dog. And Malik Monk is going to me, nigga. He's a secret signing because he's in his prime. He's athletic as shit, and he's a shooter, so he can play with LeBron.
My homeboy said he feels like this LeBron's last year.
Nah, I think LeBron got about another 2 more after this. Yeah, because he's gonna go at least 21 years. I don't think he's gonna retire right at 20. This is his 19th season.
What did Kobe do? 22.
Kobe did 20.
20.
I believe 20. Yeah. Tim Duncan 20. That's like the mark.
Shaq do like 16.
Probably 20. Yeah. The niggas throw out dubs. And so LeBron hasn't really had, outside of that torn groin that he got when he first got to L.A., which was legit. His trainer said that she didn't even want him to come back and play. She said that nigga tore the meat off the bone.
Oh.
So that's why he was saying last year that he just now starting to feel right. And I don't care what nobody say. Before he got that high ankle sprain, LeBron was
high ankle sprains ain't no joke, nigga.
Especially when you're 6'9", 260.
Don't realize that. Motherfuckers like,
dog.
I've had a person be like, "It's an ankle sprain.
When
Why is he gonna be out 8 weeks?"
Niggas are stupid.
Fuck you, mean?
Niggas are stupid. That's all. Like niggas ain't never played nothing.
Like think about you spraining. If we roll our ankle today, we don't really stop feeling the effects of that shit for
put it like this.
Weeks.
You
nigga.
never heard a person to play high level sports at any level, high level. Like you never heard them complain about cramps either. You never heard them be like, "Oh, I heard niggas in the bar once. Oh man, he's a fucking pussy. He has cramps."
Yeah, all right.
I was like, bro, that's because none of you have ever exerted your body
that hard that
to where you have no liquid left. Like you're dry, nigga. Your body muscular. You got muscular cramps and you can't move, fam. I remember Ethan O'Brien worked me out so hard one day, nigga. I couldn't make it up the stairs to go home. And that nigga drove off on me. And I almost cried, bro. Like, my mom heard me wincing in pain and just opened the front door. Like, what are you doing? I literally couldn't walk up the 4 or 5 steps. Like, I needed help. That's how bad my body was cramping up. So I'm just like, man, when I seen, like, LeBron cramping up and they have to pick him up and take him off and they giving him the fluids and he come back in and hit the shot, if you've been in that situation slightly, you be like, dog, or even if you felt your body going that way or you seen other people do it, you be like, man, that ain't no joke. That's an athletic feat to be back out there playing. Whereas the average person, they're thinking of the cramp you get from PE or when you playing with your son too fast or something that, you know, if you just breathe hard a little bit, it'll
niggas
go
is
away.
Talking about that cramp when
you need an IV, nigga.
Or that cramp where you thought to, nigga, you was going to go in the gym that first day and do hella extra shit and fuck your core up.
And now you sitting down for a week.
Nigga, I fucked my core up so bad one day. Like, nigga, when I got up, I had
that's
to.
One of your biggest muscles,
bro,
like.
I had to, like, get my shoulders into it. Nigga, every time I would have to think
you
for
realize
like 10
how
minutes.
connective your body is.
I had to think for 10 minutes every time I was about to get up. Like,
fam, you can't do shit, dog.
I gotta fucking lump out this bed. Like, I gotta, like,
nothing.
literally, like, slinky out this.
You feel terrible.
Your
Bro,
core,
feel terrible, bro.
I didn't realize what your core was connected. There's a really reason they
man.
call that shit your core, nigga, because it will let that hurt.
Fam, when I hurt my
it
knee,
won't fucking.
the funny thing about the connectivity of your body, when I hurt my knee, I swear to you, dog, to sneeze, I felt it. I sneeze, it hurts. Right? Now, I've had a cracked rib before.
Right.
So all that, just breathing hard, laughing, like coughing, shit like that hurts. Sometimes peeing. Dog, when I ruptured like my lower abdomen.
Yeah, your core, nigga.
Nigga,
you can't do
what
shit.
do you mean? Dog, I used to just roll off the bed. For shit.
Yeah,
like,
you
nigga,
can't. Right, you were just
that bending process.
Yeah,
nigga,
no, that don't exist no more.
Damn.
So I could tell, nigga, my core was that bad. I could tell what you was. I could
I
imagine what you was
I
going
let my
through.
shit get pudgy a little bit. I'll never forget this shit. Like afterwards, I remember niggas would be like, "Bro, you getting a little, you getting a little gut, dog. You need to start working out again. Like you need to get." And I was still like, this is like towards the end of playing ball. Like I kept a little pudge there, nigga. Like I was so scared.
I'm not working that out ever
of
again.
Like, oh nigga, you can have those. All that cool shit, nigga. I'm scared of that, bro. I was so petrified of ever feeling that again.
I still remember that roll.
That even now,
shit,
dog, when I if I do like a little ab workout or something, like, and I start feeling that burn, I'm very conscious of like, okay, let me stretch. Let me
you know what's fucked up? I was dating this woman at the time. I went too hard. My core was done. She was mad because I couldn't fuck on her.
Oh, fam.
Like, but you know what I feel like right now?
Nigga, do you know how many girls that I've dated that could, I mean, hey, God bless them. God bless them. But if they ever wanted to just go in on the boy, they got some stories. Because, nigga, you know how many times, like, after practice or workouts or something like that, you think, feeling good, like, yeah, I'm about to knock these down. And you end up, nigga, throwing yourself off of her, off the bed, nigga, screaming in pain, nigga, and she's just like, what's wrong with you?
Cramped.
And she not trying to hear none of that.
No.
What are you talking about, nigga? Cramps. And that's the thing. Nobody respects a cramp.
They don't. They think it's that little.
But the thing is,
shit, like,
that's the thing. Like, I'm going to rephrase this. Women respect cramps, but physical cramps that you get from, like, muscular and working out, if they don't know about that type of shit, they don't respect it. They think you just got, like, a little Charlie horse cramp in your leg.
Essentially, your core being fucked up is a just fucked up Charlie horse, but it's here. And this little part here is connected to all this shit. Because it don't matter how much the rest of your body wants to get up.
You can't do nothing.
This part is like, nah, nigga. I'm not getting the signals to the rest of this shit to help you.
It's the same thing with your lower back.
Right.
And that's why, nigga, like, niggas that get that lower back injury sometimes can go paralyzed and
Paul
you ain't
Williams,
doing
the
shit.
boxer, bruised his broke his lower spine. He'll never walk again.
You ain't doing shit.
From a bruise. Didn't break it. Bruised his shit.
Yeah, bro, you ain't doing shit. That shit's real, man. The connective tissues and stuff like that is no joke, man, when it comes to the human body, man. I just think that I think we all take it for granted. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We keep veering. I don't know how we keep making our way over here, but shout out to the Lakers and the Nets. I watched the game. The Lakers lost, but the thing is, you know, nobody was playing really. It's like preseason. But I don't really be looking at the score in preseason. But I was looking at the guys that was on the Lakers that I knew was gonna be on the team. Mm-hmm. Guys that I was like, nigga, who the fuck is that? They probably gonna be on the G League team or like overseas or some shit like that, right. Or on another team. Like I wasn't really paying attention to, but the dudes that you know that are gonna be there, that's gonna get like bench type minutes, looked excellent. Like they looked like they could be starters on non-playoff teams, or teams vying for the playoff. You know what I'm saying? So like the THT, he looked real good now. Like he was already good, showing signs. He's won a championship. He's played another year after that. Like he's got a lot more confidence. He had a monster dunk on somebody and shit. It just looked comfortable. Mm-hmm. Malik Monk looked like a steal. And even Anthony Davis, after the game was just like, they asked him about him. He was like, you know what's crazy, man? We always be talking like we still can't believe we got him on our team. He hella good. Like, and it's just because Charlotte was just like, man, you kind of like, they just didn't think that he fit good with LaMelo. which is crazy because he embraced LaMelo. He embraced playing with him. He fit in with him. But it was just like, I think they looked at him like, nah, man, really, you want to shoot the ball and handle the ball a little bit more. Like, they got rid of, I don't know how they let him go to the Lakers, fam. But he came up, though.
Also, I want to say, shout out to fucking Bubba Wallace on his first NASCAR Cup victory.
Oh, you get
this
that?
morning.
Okay.
On that Jordan team.
That's hard.
Only black man racing in the sport right now finally got his fucking first win today. So
shout out to Bubba, man.
First win out there. Put that into perspective for you. Dale Earnhardt Jr. never won a race.
I mean, he's won something. He's never won like a cup race, I don't think.
Never won a cup race. That
yeah.
matters.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Or
but
a championship.
He's won a race.
He's won a Daytona 500. That does not count towards the season.
Hey, man.
It's a big race. It's a big money race.
It threw me off.
No, it's a big money race.
I get what you're saying. No,
you know what I'm saying?
I
but let's
digress.
put that into perspective.
I digress.
Let's put that in perspective. A man who had one of the biggest teams behind him, Dad was one of the greatest racers to ever do it. Never won a race in his whole career. My man Bubba did it in 3 seasons. Just to put in perspective, some of these no, I don't mean that the dog on him because Dale Earnhardt Jr. isn't the only one to ever go winless in his career. Just to show you how hard it is sometimes to win a fucking race.
It's
in
hard
NASCAR,
to win that.
bro.
It's hard to win in NASCAR, bro.
Period.
Yeah, that's
Anything
right.
can happen. Your engine could blow up.
Might even
you
need
don't
a
get
little
tires at the wrong time.
You might even need a little luck. Like,
because you got to get tires at the right time, get gas at the right time, make sure your engine doesn't blow up. Nigga, make sure nobody didn't bump you. Make sure, nigga, somebody could bump you and put you in the wall. Ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
You was having a great race. Somebody did one of these. You're
like, you motherfucker. Yeah,
so shout out to Bubba Wallace. Congratulations.
That's why niggas be getting out the car swinging.
Yep. Big shit on your first win in
man.
NASCAR.
Big up for
I'm
that,
mad
man.
though, because you know the odds on him winning the race, since he hasn't won one in ever, we're hella up there. It only goes up every race he doesn't win.
That's
so
crazy.
whoever put a quick 100 on him today, that nigga is happy.
He made some guap probably off that hundo.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
But he won his first race.
Yeah, but I think we talked about this before, man. I know it keeps kind of coming back up, but like, I can't escape. I need to change my algorithms or something on YouTube, cause I can't change. Every time I like click on, it's a new video up of either Whack 100 or Filthy Rich going in on somebody about arguing with somebody about somebody's paperwork. You hear all the shit with Jim, right?
I'm gonna keep this 100. It's almost to the point where I think Whack 100 has snitched and he's like covering for something he feels like might come out eventually.
Fam, cause I'll just be
trying
like,
to make shit cool look like not so bad that you snitch. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I think he's got some paperwork out there that might be making his way to the light here soon. And his only way to get ahead of it at this point is to make snitching seem like it's not relevant anymore in culture. What better way to get ahead of it?
That's deep, dog. I ain't thought about that, but like
that just came to me just now. Like I swear to God, it just
because
like,
fam,
thinking about how much
I just don't understand how obsessed he is with Jimmy. Yeah. But then he said something. He's like, "Man, we was friends. We eat together, kick it. We live like eight blocks away from each other in New York. I got a house right down the street from him. Woo, woo, woo." And like, I just was listening to the conversation. Some of the shit was discouraging because I'm listening like there's thousands of people. This is what they're doing right now in these hours. They're doing that right now in these hours. They listening to Whack 100 talk to some dudes that he don't even know from New York, don't know shit about them. Verify if Jimmy's a snitch or not. And my thing was, like, okay, so let's say you got him. He's a snitch. Now what? Like, what's the point? That was my whole shit about the 6ix9ine when you like, Keem, bro, I don't know, nigga, you feel like you caving for that nigga. I'm like, dog, I'm not. But what I knew is what I knew. Nigga, I grew up in the projects as a kid, nigga. I grew up in the hood as a kid. I know that there's snitches that'll walk around the projects, nigga, and they might just get some stares and nobody don't fuck with them. Like, that lame ass nigga's a dub, nigga. He snitch.
Ass nigga.
But very rarely did I see these niggas floating, or murdered,
Right.
or killed, or harmed. After all, the nigga already told once. What you gonna do? Go beat him up?
And get
tell on your
told
ass
on
again?
Yeah, and get told on
What you gonna do? Gonna
yourself?
shoot him and he survive and tell on your ass again? What you gonna do? Shoot up his car, nigga, and they survive and go tell him? I'm just saying, nigga.
You gonna keep telling.
I'm just saying, fam. Like, one of the most feared niggas in the streets is a snitch. Is a nigga that's bought into the. And it's crazy because I'm watching, like, man, I heard TK Kirkland. TK was saying, like, you know why white mafioso bosses don't go to prison, like, and catch out as many Ricos as black street bosses? And he's trying to get philosophical. He's like, oh man, it's because of the white power structure. Oh man, it's because of this. Oh man, it's because they're more organized. And then he shut all that shit down. It's like, man, because them white dudes they're snitching.
Mm-hmm.
That's the game. I'm the boss, so that if it go bad, I can tell on you niggas.
I can tell on all you niggas and still be the
What
boss.
did Sammy the Bull say that turned his stomach with John Gotti? Nigga, I didn't murder 19 people for you. This ain't about snitching. It was before that. They was locked up together. They was gonna, nigga, Sammy is like, nigga, we gonna do this time together, nigga. Our time on the street is up. Nigga, it's time to like knuckle up, nigga.
He said you need to take this from
that
me.
nigga looked at him and was like, yo, you know you gotta take this, Sammy. I'm the boss. The boss needs to be on the street. Nigga, what? What do you mean I need to take this? It's your fucking wiretaps that got us in the fucking first place, nigga. They don't got shit on me. It's your wiretaps telling everybody, nigga, that I'm off the hook and Sammy keeps killing everybody. Like, you told on me, nigga. Look, they ain't have me on no murders. They just got you, the boss, on federal wiretap talking about me committing these murders. Like, yeah, I'm going to send Sammy. You know, he likes to kill motherfuckers. Like, that's just how he was talking. So that's how they got Sammy. So Sammy's like, nigga, if I'm not looking at it like I'm trying to figure out a way to get out and blame you, and it's your fault.
Right.
Nigga, what do you mean you the boss? You could be the boss from the pen, nigga. We got hella bosses that's in the pen. You can sit your ass right here and eat good, live good, nigga, and call all the shots. I'm your underboss, nigga. Everything Gucci.
Yeah.
You know I'm putting the murder game down, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's that mentality, dog.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to get ahead of a snitch case he might have coming out.
On one hand, he likes to like, hey man, you know, I ain't in the streets no more, nigga. I used to gangbang. I used to, but then it's just like on the other hand, it's just like, man, you be really like into the like gangbang street fuckery, which I guess if you come from that, you know, that's probably just your natural reaction. These probably his natural instincts, nigga, to be like, yo, nigga, like, you my mans, we doing good business together, everything good, but I found out there's some paperwork on you and I can't fuck with you no more. Not only can I not fuck with you, I got to call you out about it.
Yep.
My thing is, and he said something that's hypocritical because he was just like, when people shit on him or get at him on his coast and from where he's from in the city and in his gang about working with 6ix9ine, he turns and he'd be like, oh, okay, well, y'all clean up the block then.
Yep.
Basically saying, well, get rid of all the snitches in the neighborhood first. And in our gang, we got hella gang members in our hood that got paperwork on them and faulty shit. Even 6ix9ine called him out on that when he was going back and forth with 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine was like, what about this nigga? He a blood. He in L.A. He from L.A. And he was just like, damn, bro, he had to take that. So now you working with 6ix9ine, you want people to forget about that or all the shit you was spouting about snitches and all that because you working with 6ix9ine and, you know, everybody snitches, right? And it ain't really his fault. He said, the funny thing is Wack be saying the same shit that I was saying about 6ix9ine. I just never thought that Wack 100 would be on that side of the fence. Like, right. Nigga, you've always been on the other side. But now you saying like what Keem be saying, like, dog, any human with common sense would have did what he did. Now, I know a lot of niggas don't want to be like, oh, I would have never snitched. Hey, I've been through cases, nigga. I'm a documented non-snitch nigga. There's no paperwork on me. I got co-defendants that can vouch for me, nigga. Like, yo, that nigga didn't snitch. And it would have been easy for that nigga. They would have let that nigga go home that day. He'd go went right back to his room. Nigga, he ain't snitched. Nigga, faced 3 to 5. Went to court, nigga. We gonna beat this. Okay? So I'm saying that from my experience. I ain't never told on nobody. And a lot of niggas could say that, but have you been in a situation where they gave it to you on a silver platter to tell on somebody? They did that for me. What are you doing? You can go home. We know we know you ain't had nothing to do with this. So nigga, I don't know who's the nigga. Well, ain't none of us had nothing to do. I know my nigga ain't had nothing to do with it either. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only saying that first because I'm like, fam, this snitching shit is elementary. Like, at the end of the day, bro, most men and most humans are as loyal as their options. So if you're telling me, nigga, 56 years in penitentiary, or to just corroborate, basically, what y'all already know about some niggas that done stole millions of dollars from me, set me up to be robbed, nigga, put their hands on me, put a hit out on my mother, nigga, and fucked my girl, I always exclude the fuck my girl part, because it would be different if he said raped my girl. They didn't rape her. So if she had sex with somebody, she had sex with them. She's a grown woman. And I always go back to what my grandfather told me when I was a little kid. He said, grandson, you have a penis. God gave you a penis. That's all you'll ever have. You're responsible for that penis. That's your private part. That it took me a while to grow into that understanding, but when I got older and I started making love to women and they started telling me it was theirs, I never believed them. You see the downfall of niggas believing that, right? That's the nigga that come in here and shoots you and Shorty on the couch because nigga she kicking it with you, but she done already told him for the last 6 months it was hers. It was his. You know what I'm saying? I never bought into that. Like, oh, I'm dating Shorty. We cool, man. We fuck with each other. But I can't control what she does with her body, fam. I'm like, if she out and she decides to get loose and do her thing, what am I going to do about it? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
only thing we can do is act accordingly.
All we can do is act accordingly. So now we're not together no more.
Right.
But hey, it's been real.
It might only be a jump off.
Right. Maybe we can still go kick it sometimes, but you know, we're not really compatible for that, right? Or shit, maybe I'm on my Lil Wayne shit. I wouldn't care if you was a prostitute. You know, it depends, right? I guess somebody feel that way about somebody.
That's real.
You know what I mean? But we gonna get to this last story, man, and wrap it up because I got here a little late, man. We got started a little late. I had a long day, fam. I know you had a long day.
I'm trying to stay awake. I'm not like tired for some. I'm just like. My eyes won't stay open tired. Like I won't go to sleep. But then,
hold on, now. Do you want to go? You want to talk? You want to talk about this Marcus Wilson?
Or
do you want to talk about? Or you want to talk about the niggas that Gully TV has an exclusive? Shout out to Gully TV. Gully TV has some 60-minute shit that jumped off. He got an exclusive with some niggas from the pen, live streaming them on the phone. Nigga from a prison in Ecuador, in the Ecuador prison system. Where nigga the whole Ecuador is going up in prison wars, a series of prison wars. Fam, they're kicking niggas' heads, detached heads from their body. They playing soccer with them. Yo, this your man's? Because it's two sides. The prisons is broken up into two sides. Where it's like some Civil War type shit going on. And they said, like, the only reason why we ain't been, this ain't no prison American shit where you might make a shank and y'all shanking niggas around the prison playing warrior. Bro, he said, nigga, the niggas that's lined up, the ops, they lined up with the prison guards. So they got AKs and choppers and the main key. So whenever they ready to squad up, they come open the door to the other side of the prison. Y'all in y'all cell, nigga, chilling. No weapon, maybe a shank.
Light that shit
nigga,
up.
And they come in there and spray the shit down. But this the thing that gets crazy. They don't kill just the niggas that they beefing with.
They kill everybody.
Oh, nigga, like they'll just you basically fish in a fishbowl. Like, so why take my time and shoot just that person and that person? Nah, I'm gonna just spray this room. All you niggas can get it. And it's the thing though, they have no security levels. So a person in Ecuador that's on a traffic ticket or are doing their mandatory 30 days because they've missed more than $100 on their child support. They in the same cells, fam. This nigga's going to jail for traffic ticket, like over the night, drunken and disorderly,
dying.
and getting their head chopped off, nigga. Bro, they had like 100 bodies just laid out. Like, dog, this shit's crazy, man. So
it just lets me like. There's just certain
story,
places you don't want to go to jail.
No, but this the crazy
nigga.
shit is though. So the brothers go out there. Nigga from DC. He graduates college, does graduate school abroad in Ecuador. Nigga lives out there like couple years. Tells his brother about it. Right, got into some business. Brother was doing business in DC. These two young brothers on their shit. They moved to Ecuador. Nigga, they realized like, oh, if we gonna stay by the black people, the land is cheaper. We black, they black. Right? Right. Nigga, they go over there and thrive. See, when you go to some of these countries, they'll try to like deter Americans from interacting with indigenous people. Because first off, there's $1 million opportunities there. So nigga, what they do? They buy a whole plot of land, clear this shit, build a farm, build a nightclub, and build some rental property. They get in their American bag. Like, yo, nigga, this shit. Because their properties was right next to the rainforest. So they looking at it like, if you want to come to Ecuador, a lot of Americans, they come and they go stay at the Hyatts and the hotels and the Hiltons and all these things, and it's all like kind of generically set up for them right on the beach somewhere. Everything's expensive, and the only indigenous people you see, the only dark-skinned Ecuadorian people you see, they are the people that's working to serve you. What they were offering was an opportunity. You can come here, live here for a couple of weeks, couple of months, stay on this beautiful resort type thing in the middle of the motherfucking oasis with the backdrop of a fucking rainforest. We have natural water coming through in waterfalls. There's fishing. There's hiking. You know what I'm saying? There's all that type of shit. And then you can go into the city. They was eating, dog. So they were eating. They're getting money. One of the black Ecuadorian people that work with them, him and this girl came to work with them. He taught them about, you know, the irrigation, like of the farm, and taught them how to like get their shit popping. He taught them how to keep the mosquitoes and the tarantulas away and stuff like that. So he was working with them. Turns out that he was having strife with his family back in the like heart of the jungle, where all the black people have been kind of ostracized in the living. So all the indigenous people live pretty much in the rainforest. One thing came about, they were mad that, that this young dude was, you know, had basically betrayed the family and wasn't working for scraps, you know, like where people just coming in, you know, we all go out to the rich area and then they treat us like, you know, zoo pets and throw us little tips. He was like, man, I'm actually getting money over here and I'm building something over here and I feel good doing it. His parents wasn't fucking with that. But the reason why is not because they were American, it's because they were black American. The stigma, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so even like some of the, you know, the non-black Ecuadorian people was giving them a little hate because it was like they never thought they were going to survive and last there. And then they start thriving, and now these niggas is making millions, but they're making millions in Ecuador.
Yep.
See, in America, they not making millions, but they realize that if we over here, we're going to live $1 million lifestyle. We're making millions of dollars over here. That'll translate to hundreds of thousands probably back home. If we ever needed to leave, we could, but we're making a good living. We got land in Ecuador. You know what I'm saying? A big ass plot of land and farm and all that type of shit. So the boy finally going through with his family and shit, he's just like, he comes through and like, yo, man, I can't work for you all anymore. I got to go work back for my family. You know, I got to do what's right and all that type of shit. It's love, right? They send it, you know, it is what it is. It's love. He taught them pretty much what they needed from him. So they were just like, man, we grateful. That's our guy. You know, it's love. They at the house chilling one day, dog, and the SWAT kick in the door, arresting all of them. One of the brothers didn't know Spanish yet. The other one that had been living there previously already knew Spanish, so he's trying to translate. He like, bro, I don't know what's going on. They're not telling me nothing. They go from one jail to another jail, and then this is before they get to the prison where the shit jump off. They in these jails that's kind of more like American eyes, right? But they got a different set of rules. Make a long story short, the allegedly the family and the father of the Ecuadorian kid that worked with them was looking for his son. So he went with shovels, him and his friends, to their property and started digging holes around their property and found the son and another person. The son is found with DNA all through his fingernails and semen. That's exactly what everybody said. That's exactly what my nigga Gully TV did when they told him that. And it was like, yeah, they found DNA and semen. That nigga was like, on his fingernails. Like, I don't even know what that was about. Like, maybe he was with another girl. Maybe it's with a girl they weren't supposed to be with. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I could think of. Maybe the nigga is just jacking off when he got killed or something. I don't know, nigga. I'm not even gonna try to guess, but that was in the court findings. And this is like a sped up version because they've been in jail for like since 2017, and this is their first time getting American press, which is Gully TV from YouTube. They couldn't get the shit on CNN, MSNBC. The American Council told them that it's not America's job to meddle in foreign affairs. That's what they said.
Oh, shit. That's all you motherfuckers do, nigga.
That's what they said.
Wow.
But this is what how America grimy and is the shit at the same time. America know we ain't shit for not going to get them. So they do a wellness check every 6 months. And by doing that, they said, they was like, I think that's why we haven't been in one of those cells that got shot up yet. Because they know that, like, yo, the American government is going to call and ask about those two.
And if those two die,
them niggas better be alive, nigga.
They're going to come over here fucking
right,
some
they might
shit
come
up.
over here and fuck some shit up, nigga. They'll send one of their little drone things over here and knock this shit off. So that's what they got going for them. And then, like, dog.
That's cold shit, because what if America stops calling one day?
What if we nigga missed the call? Nigga forget to call him? Fam. So Pete, but this is the good thing, though. That was during the Trump years that they was getting called still. Like, Biden then might come get this nigga if the story get out big enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the shit is fucked up, dog. The evidence is fucked up. Look, the state, meaning the country, Ecuador, was like, it's not enough evidence to try them for murder. But in their country, if you kill my son, but there's not enough evidence to try you, I can say, no, I know he did it. I'm trying him. And now we end up back in court. And now there's three judges and there's three attorneys. My attorney, the state attorney, and the attorney representing the victim's family. So the state is like, we'll assist in anything we can, but we ain't fucking with this. Mm-hmm. But we here though. So they still in there and they still just like, nigga, we ain't got nothing to do with this. It's between you and their family. So what 90% of the time happens is explain to them through their Ecuadorian attorney that no, they're probably just gonna come and ask you for money. And so the dude got mad because he's like, wait a minute. Nigga, I just found out after being in jail for months that I'm in here because you found two bodies on my property, a property that I fucking fortified. Nigga, I know the property like the back of my hand. It was a rainforest when I bought it. It was a piece of rainforest when I bought it. Like, nigga, I got every tree out of there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got the cows, nigga, so they can eat all the grass low, nigga, all that. What do you mean, nigga, there's two bodies on the land? Where were they at? And whose body were they? And that's when they find out it's the dude that used to work for them. So they like, wait, what? Oh, wait, that don't make sense. Woo. Well, turns out the official story is the dad was worried about his son. Even though the son hadn't worked for these gentlemen for 6 months to almost a year, it had been alleged that the son had been missing. And then all of a sudden, nigga, they just show up at the dad calls the police at their house on their property while they're in the house sleep. He don't notify them or nothing. He's out there digging, allegedly. They never to this day got to see where he dug the body up at. They never got to see like anything. They just showed them the pictures of the dead bodies and like, do you know these gentlemen? You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, man, they're saying y'all did it. So
dad probably killed the son.
No, that's exactly what he thinks. He's like, man, I think the dad killed the son. Like the dad's like,
he didn't want to work for the family.
I think the dad killed the son again. Then went over there and brought them to us, and we're the American foreigners, and we're out here balling on these niggas because we bought the land. We did the American thing in the third world country. Mm-hmm. You're gonna win.
Right.
If you buy land and start thinking like an American anywhere outside of America,
you won.
You're gonna win.
Right.
And so that's what they start doing, and like so they start having a lot of tourists come to them. They started being one of the premier tourist like locations, and a lot of people go to Ecuador from all around the world. So they was winning. They was making all this money. So the motherfucker told him straight up, he's like, yeah, man, call me. He had his lawyer call him. So they called him and was like, man, what's all this about? Because they're like on some American shit, like, we didn't kill your son. Like, but when they talked to him, the dude was just like, he know we didn't kill his son. He's like, he just trying to do some like shit against, like, he just playing this. And was just like, yeah, man, give me $1 million. Gully is like, why don't you pay him the $1 million? And they're in there like, nigga, we're not paying that nigga shit. Because when we get out, they're not extraditing us. Because I get it. Them niggas is from Southwest D.C. You could be like, nigga, that's Chicago. That's Oakland. That's Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Being black and poor in America ain't all that either, nigga. And when you live in certain areas and go through certain shit, you might just be like, man, I'd rather live anywhere else. Especially now you somewhere where you balling, you done got to customize the thing. They got families there. These niggas done got married, got families and shit there, nigga, like businesses. They live in the American dream in Ecuador. So they like, nigga, we don't want to just cop out to this, pay him $1 million and have to leave the country and forfeit everything that we built over here. He's like, nah, we're going to win this case. We're going to get out of here the right way, and I'm going to go home a millionaire, even if I decide to leave the country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that was their whole strife. And they was like, man, we just depending on people like you because it's going to have to be cats like y'all to get the story out. So we understand it's a new administration over there. We hope everything's going well.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all can call. You motherfuckers can hit us up. Shit.
That's a fact,
bro.
We'll
give y'all a platform to talk on for sure.
We're already doing it somewhat. That's why I wanted to talk about it. Because I'm like, bro, this shit is fucked up.
You hit us.
Keep this, though. The judge, the 3 judges, they got 3 different trials. One, because they said they found drugs and cocaine there, right? They whipped the drugs and cocaine ass. They feeling good because they're like, okay, this court is fair. And they're like, this shit fairer than America. They looking at it and the judge was like, man, well, you know, you never even tested that. How do we know if that's not baking soda or something? We don't know that's coke, like, you know. And you didn't test it and you tried them. So the DA and it was like, oh, well, we'll test it. It was like, nah, man, you should have already tested it.
You can't test that now.
Right? Threw that out. It was a couple ounces of weed. That's the smoker's amount. Threw that out, right? The guns that they found. It was like, man, when we bought this farm, it had these guns in it. And we were told that they don't work. So we just left them as antiques. They tested the guns, like, man, it can't be a firearm if it doesn't fire.
Right.
So the judges, same judges, like, that shit out of here, nigga. They beat that. Every time they win a case, it's in the news, it's in the media. It's a big story over there. They're Americans. They're black American thugs that killed a local, an indigenous local. So the indigenous people, they go and burn these niggas' farm. They go and torch their whole property while they're in jail because they won those other cases. Like, and then they start threatening the judges. Like, yo, if y'all white man judges justice don't work, we gonna go to we gonna do some indigenous justice around this motherfucker. We warriors, nigga. We'll turn this shit up. So they're just putting pressure on the state, So the judges all of a sudden like, okay, now it's the actual murder trial. Nigga, they find there's DNA that don't match, right? There's no, it's a horrible case. There's nothing that's linking these 2 dudes other than the fact that it's allegedly that these bodies was found. Now, the thing is, the court system and the judges, the judges and their attorney, they asked like, well, shit, what were you doing on this property? And if you were looking for your son, what gave you the clue or made you think who told you that they were over there? Nigga, you know what the state said? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. Do you know what the judges then said? Don't worry about that. We'll move on. Let's just move on. So they moved on. So they looking back like, man, what the fuck you mean don't worry about that? And their lawyer's like, man, well, there ain't much we can do. Just hold on. You know what I'm saying? Man, they dressed these niggas up so quick for the murder. But the thing is, it was going well for them. And then they start getting those death threats again, right? Nigga, was riots and like, nigga, hella people outside the courtroom and shit. All indigenous community, nigga, tripping like, you guys gonna let them American murders get away with killing one of us and this and this and this. And then all of a sudden, nigga, the niggas came back in and was just like, yeah, man, we're not charging you for the murder, but we're charging you for the bodies, nigga. That's 20 years. It was like 24 years or something like that. Like, we're not saying you killed them, fam. Matter of fact, you ain't kill them.
What the fuck?
But you responsible for these bodies, nigga. And so they like, man, what? But they lawyers like, nah, be cool. That's cool. Like, we gonna get this because, like, we can appeal it. They appeal it. And when they appeal it, it was 2 new judges and one of the other judges. The 2 new judges ripped that like, man, this is terrible. Like, yeah, this is not a miscarriage of justice. It's laziness. They lawyer go in, we can't believe this. This is an atrocity. This is not how the, like the Constitution over here is supposed to work. Mm-hmm. They agree. They're like, you know what, man? Like, unfortunately, man, we don't have nothing to charge them. I'm like, not guilty. Nigga.
The one judge.
The family, because of these weird laws over there, the family gets to appeal that. They appeal it. And in that trial, nigga, they was going after the faultiness of the judges, right? And all this shit, letting shit in that they shouldn't and all this shit, right? So when they appealed it, nigga, the next 3rd trial, guess who the judges were?
The
Same 3 judges. Not only did they uphold the conviction, nigga, within a day, like they nigga rushed right through it, nigga, upheld the 24 years.
Gave them the murder.
Hey, no. Add 10 to it. Get them niggas 34, like, nigga, miss us with that shit. Now they don't have no more appeals, but they got one ditch effort, and that one ditch effort is called a revisory board. So the revisory board, when they come in, they just look at all the evidence presented before in all the trials, just to assure that they got someone locked up and put away for the right reasons. So there's no court date, there's no lawyers arguing. There's just a board of lawyers, and it's in the capital, the largest city there, where it's least corrupt. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Where there's actually television networks and, motherfuckers that's going to come and, like, hold niggas accountable for the Constitution and be like, oh, this ain't fair. And to where, like, America can catch wind to it. But, yeah, nigga, like, the U.S. Embassy was chopping it up with them when they first got to jail. They said they was relieved because the embassy contacted them. And they was like, how they know? And they was, like, relieved. Like, are we good? And they was just like, yeah, man, they're saying that they found multiple bodies and you guys are got hella drugs and all that. So they was like, yeah, that's not our business.
I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna be off this shit. America pisses me off because America literally has to make one phone call like, hey, you either gonna release them or we're gonna come talk to you about something. And you don't want us to come talk to you.
Bro, it pissed me off because I just had to hear about all these Americans, nigga, tripping about Afghanistani people, like, people getting here and being here and all that shit. Like, fam, before you start giving asylum to motherfuckers that's running from other places and fleeing other places, like, bro, what about motherfuckers that's from America that just got stuck somewhere? Like, these dudes that wasn't over there selling kilos. They wasn't over there trying to rob the gold mine.
I just wish I could be a Joe Biden and make that phone call and be like, hey, Ecuador, them 2 you got?
Yeah.
We're going to need you to, right now, when I hang up this phone,
fam,
get them the fuck out of
do
here.
them like the state Supreme Court did in the Cosby case.
Yeah.
You got 30 minutes. He got 30 minutes to be out of custody.
Or we're coming the fuck in there.
Are we pulling up? Bro, hey, and I'm going to just send that 7-man team that you know about, nigga.
Yeah, that 7-man.
We ain't even bringing the army, nigga. 7 niggas coming.
You remember that 7-man that Obama sent?
Right.
Them niggas,
we sending them,
still got
man.
that phone call and that number's on speed
I'm
dial.
just like,
they tell
fam,
them to come in.
That shit's crazy.
Because, if they come in your shit.
Bro, we're going to save Marcus.
We're going to do that next.
We're going to save Marcus, bro. Because that way it'll give us some more time to undevelop and all that shit, too. But, yeah, man, that's pretty much all we got for the night, man. Prayers to those brothers, man, locked over in Ecuador, man.
Because that's some bullshit. But that's...
Hopefully this gets out, justice. Man. Shout out to Gully TV.
Because that really is American justice.
No, I know. Shout out to Gully TV
Ecuador.
For holding shit down.
Following American rules.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
They're raising the goalpost every fucking time they can for these men.
Like, they just had all the wiggle room. And the thing is, Gully said he was like, man, fam,
they're raising
get out of there. He was like, man, y'all said y'all could pay. Can y'all still pay? Dog, they in the prison and a whole riot is going on outside the other room. Niggas is getting murdered and all that. And they was just like, yeah, we could pay. We ain't paying these niggas, though.
That's a real nigga mentality.
And I ain't gonna lie, these some real niggas from
That's
DC.
a
Like,
real-
man, fuck
that's
y'all.
a real
nigga.
DC
Y'all
hood
not-
nigga. That's some
y'all
real
not- that's
hood
some
nigga
African
mentality.
American shit right
You're
there.
not extorting me
Like, you ain't
to
extorting
get
me,
me
nigga.
out of something
Like,
I
nigga,
ain't do,
I'm
nigga.
gonna be rich in 24 years, nigga, in 30 years when I get out of
Right.
here.
I
Like,
didn't
fuck
do the
y'all.
shit.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? I don't know. Shout out to them brothers, man. It's been a real one, man. That's ATS, 68, man. We closing in on 70 quick.
That's another episode of the
Always Talking Shit show.
I'm your boy Doc on.
It's your boy Keem Sincere, man.
And as usual, it's fuck you. No, it's not. It's fuck how you feel.
Peace, love, and Afro Grease.
New Always Talking Shit Show.